Hello everyone, we got another video coming to you. Just take a look at what we got here on the engine stand. So my dad was at an auction a few months ago, picked up a few engines and a motorcycle. This is one of the engines and they were kept in storage. Don't know anything about it, just a small block Chevy. The serial number, block number comes back to like, I think a 1970, around there, 350. But didn't know anything about it. I kind of worked out a deal with my dad. He let me take it home because I kind of want a project to put in my truck, an engine to kind of get ready to replace that 327. But he picked up a 1971 Pontiac 455 there as well. So I'm gonna help him sell some of that stuff on Craigslist. He let me bring this guy home. Don't know anything about it until today, but we brought it home and pulled the oil pan off. But take a look. It's got like brand new freeze plugs in it. We're starting to look at it going, you know, it looks really clean. Like there was no oil on it. I just sprayed a little penetrating oil in the cylinders. It's not stuck, but just to keep them from getting frosted up. But take a look at what we got here. She's a 4-bolt main, so that's pretty awesome. But then we pull the oil pan off, and on closer inspection, there's engine assembly lube on this thing. This thing is brand new, rebuilt. I don't know how in depth of a rebuild it is, but Henry, where's that flashlight?
Oh.
Let me show you.
What's this for?
That's for spinning the engine over there, Charlie. So I don't know how in depth of a rebuild this was, but I'm gonna see if I can get this in here. If you can see the cylinder walls, there's cross hatching on them. This engine has never been run, so it for sure was honed, new bearings put in. I don't know about new pistons or not. I mean, they look new to me. It's really tough to tell. I don't know, because there is a little oil and stuff. The cam looks brand new. That's never been used. I don't know what kind of cam is in it. But I think this thing, I mean, it could be bored over. I really don't know. I don't know what kind of crank is in it, if it's just a stock crank. But it for sure has been rebuilt. So that is a score. I'm guessing brand new oil pump. Got a little tag on it there. I'm sure brand new seals. We'll have to replace that. We had a little whoopsie on the oil pan. Just for moving it around. Whoops, but that's all right. But all the orifices were covered over with tape. I mean, it wasn't the greatest job, but just to keep critters and stuff out of there. But I don't trust, let me flip this engine back around here. And you want to pull that off? Let's see if I can spin this back over here. Here, I'll hold this. Let me just roll this guy over here. Here's your cheater pipe.
Watch your toes, Dad.
There we go.
Oh boy, what's this?
All right, so we rolled it over. Unfortunately, one of the valve covers was kind of taken off, and so it's got a lot of crud and dirt in there. It just has a 2-barrel intake on it. I don't know if the heads have been gone through, but just as a precaution, I'm gonna take them all the way off because this is looking pretty cruddy. I wanna make sure the lifter valley and stuff doesn't have any crud down in there. We're gonna clean that all out. But you can see it had kind of stuff stuffed in here so that nothing got in there. So this engine was definitely, at least the lower end of it had been gone through. So that was unforeseen. So I was getting it and just planning on pulling it apart. Maybe some new rings and some new gaskets on it. New bearings too. And being that that's done, I don't know if it's done professionally, no idea, but it looks good. So we're gonna run it. So we're gonna take the heads off, clean it up, track down a 4-barrel dual plane intake for that, aluminum preferably. And we're gonna make this the next engine for the truck. So this winter, I'd like to get this engine ready and get that 327 pulled out and get this thing ready to go in. So hopefully have a little more horsepower, a little less engine blow by, oil leakage, all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned on what we do with this thing. Might make another video once I get the heads pulled off, and we'll look down in the cylinders and see what the top of the pistons say, see if it says anything on there. Usually it should say if they're bored over or not on there, or if they're brand new. So stay tuned. Say bye, Charlie.